What's up, guys? This is day 25 of the 30-day quest. We're talking about fitness. We just finished talking about rep speed. Before that, we were talking about the different types of muscle fibers. All right, and now we're going to get into bracing. All right, but before we get into that, I got a quote for you. Difficulties should act as a tonic. They should spur us to greater exertion. So when you are facing difficulties, challenges in life, don't lay down and play dead. Get up and fight. Push forward. Press on. That is how you're going to expand your comfort zone. That's how you're going to get better. That is where you really feel alive. Okay, that's where you see what you're made of when you're up against the wall, right? And there's no way to go but forward, right? So, bracing. If you've ever watched a powerlifting meet, you'll see, what do they do right before they're going to pick that heavy weight up or they're going to squat? They take a big breath in, all right? So bracing is breathing into your diaphragm. All right? And what that does is that is going to create a tremendous amount of pressure in those abdominal muscles, in your diaphragm, and supports your spine. So we're going to talk about some different drills you can do to actually learn and improve your ability to brace, okay? Most people, they breathe into their chest. We do this when we're stressed out, so that's why it's important to meditate, okay? And then they also exhale during the lift. Now, if you're just using a light amount of weight, not the worst thing in the world. If you're going to be lifting a heavy amount of weight and you're exhaling during the lift, you are just losing all of that stability. Okay, and we'll talk about why that's bad. One, it's going to contribute to lower back pain or lower back injury. Think about it this way. If you have no stability in your core muscles, if they're not tense, what are they doing? They're not really protecting your spine. That is the job of your core muscles. One of the jobs, anyway. So by breathing into your diaphragm and bracing and holding your breath during a lift, you are going to really give your lower back, your lumbar spine, a lot of support during the lift, okay? It is also, breathing into the chest, going to elevate the pH level of the body, which is going to cause a stiffening or tension of your fascia. The fascia is like a spider web type sheath, kind of like a t-shirt, okay, that goes around your muscles, and it's around all the muscle fibers, it's around all the muscle bundles, which is a group of muscle fibers, and it's around all of the muscles of your body. So breathing into your chest, like when you're stressed out, when you're working out, that just creates tension and stress, and it can specifically affect the fascia, which if your fascia is tense, you're not going to be able to move properly during a workout. Your range of motion is going to be restricted, and therefore your risk of injury is going to be higher, all because you're not breathing properly. So we're going to talk about how to breathe properly. We already mentioned a little bit. Basically, one thing you can do, put one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach, and breathe. Now, if you notice that your hand on your chest is rising and the hand on your stomach is not moving, you got a problem. All right, so really got to focus on breathing into this hand right here. So that's breathing into your diaphragm. All right, so this is going to, like I said, serve to support and stabilize the spine by creating a high level of intra-abdominal pressure. It's also going to improve your muscle activation and improve the transfer of forces, okay? A strong, stable core is going to better transfer forces that you develop in your lower body than a relaxed core is going to. So you do your squat, you take that big breath in before you squat down, you hold it on the way up, and then you exhale. That's going to help you transfer those forces generated from the lower body, keeping that core tight, keeping your upper body in position so you don't pitch forward while you're doing your squat, All right. The body, if your core muscles are relaxed, like when you breathe out during the lift, the body is going to intentionally reduce the amount of force that is producing to prevent or reduce your risk of injury. So that's because it just does not sense very much stabilization around your spine when you are not bracing, okay? So this is a technique that should be performed during squats, during deadlifts, during Olympic lifts, even during things like bent over rows, Romanian deadlifts. So there are a couple of drills you can do, and they're in the slides, that are going to help you to breathe into your diaphragm and going to help you brace. One is called the 90-90 breathing exercise. You want to do 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps. Initially, it's going to be difficult. It might take longer, so you're going to do more of that lower number of sets and reps. But as you get better, more proficient, you're going to be able to do that higher number of sets and reps. All right, and then the other drill is called the crocodile breathing. That's where you're laying on your stomach and you're just breathing into your stomach, trying to push your stomach into the ground. And you'll see in the pictures that where you are not bracing, you're going to see that lower back is arched. And when you are bracing, when you've got that big breath in, the back is flattened out. So that's putting your spine in a safer position, especially important when you're doing squats and deadlifts, that your lower back is not curved too much, okay? So 90-90 breathing and crocodile breathing. Those examples of those are in the slides, or you can always Google it, get on YouTube, all right? So that's it for bracing. Next up, we're going to move on to programming and talk about making changes to your programming, all right? So go check out that next video about programming.